Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripe Color, and the timing is perfect. It just started raining. Just. All right. So I just wanted to do a little update. So the little message of the day is keep on keeping on. I mean, that's kind of my message. It's kind of my energy. So I've been working a lot on my art, and I wanted to show it to you live. I haven't. There are some pictures I have to put up on the website yet, which I'll do like in the next hour. And I wanted to let you know I'll be back with dailies starting next week. I'll have up today, later tonight, the weekly with Nancy Jean, and I'll probably get to weeklies as well. And I'll be going back to dailies. And I'm working really, really hard on making art. So I wanted to show them to you. I'm doing a lot of collage. So away we go. Pretty, pretty. This is not a collage, but it sort of fits. This one's kind of cute, right? Ta-da. You know, because I had some paintings that I wasn't really very happy with. And I was like, well, I could utilize these. So I just cut them up. This one's really cool. And this was another flower one, but I cut up another thing and made it into a new flower one. And then I have biggies. So, you know, and I can ship them. Ta-da. This one came out fab. All about color. All about color. Yeah, this one I updated. The collage is so much fun, I can't even tell you, but I got glue all over myself. Ta-da. Hi, Hilda. Hi, Seascape. And ta-da. I love this one. So all of that will be on my website very soon, within an hour or two, because I took the pictures while the sun was still shining. And let's do a full moon, because full moon is on August 1st. I know I'm early, but I don't think I'm going to get to it on August 1st. Hi, Jane. Thank you, Jane. Hi, Gina. I'm so glad everyone came. You know, I love to do things last minute. I never like to announce it. All right. And, you know, tarot readings are on sale until the 31st. Now, they're still going to be discount, but so now they're 35. Let me think. I always mess it up. It's $35 for 30 minutes or $63 for an hour. So you do your thing, and then I contact you and we schedule something. I offer IET, I offer a pendulum clearing. But so the tarot is going to go up slightly August 1st. I don't know the number yet, but it's not going to be what it was because I got a good reaction and, you know, I want to keep it flowing. Got to keep it flowing. And then later on today, I'm meeting a friend from New York and I'm really happy. Everyone is so good at the emojis. I can't figure out how to. Thank you, Hilda. Yeah, color is my thing. Love color. The most of them are watercolor, and some of them are a little pastel mixed in. Yeah, but then I made them into collage. Some. All right, so this is going to be. I haven't even looked up any astrology for anyone. I should turn off my phone because, you know, the phone is going to start making noise unless I turn it off. And of course, it doesn't do what I want it to do. So this is going to be for the collective for, oh my God, this phone. For the full moon. So it's full moon August. So the moon is in Leo. So I guess it's probably full moon Aquarius. So do you have it's a little too woo for me. So do you have any information about that, Linda? Do you know about that? I don't really know that much about it. All I know is that the light in August is really beautiful. But I did do the by sign for August, and it's all up by every single sign. It felt like the right thing to do, so that's what I did. And then the extended reading is for members, which is like $5 a month. And if you want a reading, this is the time because it doesn't go less expensive than $35. Hi, and buy some art because the Mexican post office is so beautiful. It's so grand, and it wasn't that expensive. Hi, Olian. Did I say that right? All right. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So three is creativity. This is a card. It's kind of weird. Why are they in the church at night? A little weird. So sometimes I read it as subconscious, like there's something building in your subconscious. There's something you want to build. There's something you want to get involved with people, something you want to like establish, something creative. And it feels like, so, traditionally this is, let me think. I think it's the priest, the architect, and the Freemason. And they all have their own skills and they get together to build something, but what they're there at night. So sometimes I read this as like subconscious, like maybe it's floating around in the back of your mind. You're not really quite aware of it, or it's something, it's like, well, I've been thinking about this, or it comes up every so often, a little bit like that. Hi, Arlene. Yeah. And then I have the Wheel of Fortune, which is great. So the Wheel of Fortune is, and if it's a moon in Leo Aquarius, that makes sense because in the Wheel of Fortune, the 4 fixed signs show up, right? So the bull is Taurus, the lion is Leo, the man or the person with the book is Aquarius, and this, it's either a phoenix or an eagle, or so that's that's like the higher echelon of Scorpio. That's the understanding of it. Thank you, Linda. Well, this is like a good luck card. This is like your destiny's changing, and there's this energy, it goes round and round. So there's this energy of the passage of time. There's this energy of, I always feel like it's a vortex, right? Spinning around, and it's like you're bringing in the right people, the right situations, the right opportunities, And there's another energy in this card that I read as like you've evolved. It's like you've evolved, right? And then you get lots of like creative messages. Yay, hooray. Awareness of creativity. And look how it moves. Fascinating. There's a lot of movement in this reading. I'm so glad that so many people came. I was like, it was just very last minute. I just wanted to really show you the pictures and let you know that the sale is still going on. So drum it all up for August, Um, but I was like, well, I might as well do the August 1st because I don't think I'm going to be able to. I think I have something going on the 1st. Okay. Then we have the moon. Follow your intuition. Follow your intuition. Follow your dreams. Follow your intuition. Follow your dreams. So, on the full moon is a good night to go out in the moon and howl a little bit and, twirl around a little bit and light a candle or bring some flowers or whatever it takes because it'll be nice out and say, what messages do you have for me for my highest good and highest healing? And listen. Happy birthday. Leo, to bring yourself more into balance. There's also an illumination here too. This is also illuminated, right? It's illuminated by spirit, like the understanding of how to be more balanced, how to be more fair, how to be more fair-minded, more clear thinking, more, you know, giving and receiving. So this came up a lot for August. This came up a lot for August for a lot of the signs. And this is the energy of the help is there. It's the energy of, I have a little extra I'm going to give. I need a little extra I will receive. That's the energy. And it's the energy of really a balance again, because these are the only two cards in the deck that the scales show up. She's got the scales and he's got the scales. And, being in the middle is really about saying, okay, well, I have something to offer, but I also need help, or I need assistance. And being in the middle of it, it's like, I have this to give. Maybe you give this to A and B gives that to you, or maybe it's both, right? Hi, Joji. Thank you, Arlene. And I love me some Leos. I love Leos. I really do. I'm a Scorpio with a Leo moon, right? So Scorpio and Leo get such a bad rap. People are like, oh, well, Leo, you're so egocentric. And Scorpio, it's like, oh, when's your stinger going to come out? It's like, if you're worth stinging, then it'll come out. But if you're not worth stinging, then you don't exist. Leo and Scorpio get such a bad rap because we're so freaking strong. All right. Beautiful. Yeah. A message can come from who knows where really quickly. It's like, sometimes it's like a flash of inspiration. And you know what I get from this one too? So this is how I describe it lately. Because sometimes, you get an idea. So I think this happens to a lot of us. You get an idea or an inspiration. I should call this person. I should do this thing. I should try this business. I should blah, 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 blah. Eat this, go down this street, go to a new store, whatever it is. And then we talk ourselves out of it. It's like, oh, that message wasn't meant for me. The universe is very efficient. Okay. So if the Amazon guy comes and rings your bell and there's a package there for you, it wasn't meant for your next door neighbor. It wasn't meant for somebody across the street. You got the message, you got the intuition because it was for you. It's very efficient. Not like, well, I had this idea of, bettering myself. I had this idea of going to a class. I had this idea, but it's really not that convenient. The thing is with intuition and with like psychic stuff, like it's a muscle. The more you trust it, the more you go with it, the stronger it gets. Like that's it. Well, I went to the gym once and I went like that, so now I have a muscle. So no, you got to go continually, and then you're going to be like, Lou Ferrigno, if that's what you like. Oh, Dina's here? Oh, hi, Dina. Oh, you got confetti? You got it? Yay! Yay! I'm so happy you got it. Oh, I'm so happy. So Dina bought a one of the paintings, and I sent it Mex Post, and Mex Post is like USPS in terms of like the price, because to send it FedEx, it would cost me $75. It's insane, right? And does FedEx act? Oh, we'll definitely have it there in 2 days. Yeah. So she got it. Great. I'm so happy. Okay, good. All right. So messages are coming. I'm so happy you got it. Wonderful. All right. A change in passion. So don't be afraid of a change in passion. Like I'm in the middle of it and I didn't like certain paintings, so I cut them up. And then like all of a sudden I'm doing, what do you call it? Collage. It's like, don't be afraid. See what happens. Yeah, the angel of healing is here. Beautiful. You know what I get from this card a lot? I know it's my next Tarot Tuesday if I ever go back to that series. This is Archangel Raphael. The thing about about this card is like, it's like, I have to be willing to be healed. So not only do I have to be willing to be healed, but I have to ask to be healed. And healing means brought into wholeness. That's what it means. That's all it means. And I have to be willing, and that means that I might have to take some actions, right? It's almost like, like I met a friend, right? And I was early. So he's like, I'm at the bank. I said, okay, I'm on this avenue. I'm heading south. And he said, I'm on the avenue. I'm heading north. And I said, okay, we're on the left side of the street, right? So it's like, I'm going to meet you. So if I want to be healed, let's say physically, and I know I have to go to the gym, just for an example, it's like, well, I'm just going to wait until the trainer tells me what to do. It's like, no, just show up at the gym and lift something, or, throw away the cookies. Well, after you eat the box. My eyesight isn't great. Hi, Liz. Okay. Yeah. This might be a new way of healing, a new intuition, like, oh, I always went to the chiropractor, but my intuition said go to the acupuncturist, sort of thing. It's like, okay. Or, 2 or 3 people tell you, because messages sometimes come like that, right? 2 or 3 people saying, like I want to sell when I sell them in the States, right? But down here, I want to sell them as well. And I really need to frame them. Everyone's saying so. And a friend of mine, I gave him one, and because he gave me, and I wanted to, and he framed it, and it looks amazing. All right. Yeah, toward expansion, toward toward an adventure, toward an adventure. Yeah, get out of your own way. Stop telling yourself you can't do it. Stop telling yourself all those lies, because this is self-imposed mental bondage, right? I can't do that. I'm too this, I'm too that, or I missed the boat, or whatever. It's like, you didn't miss the boat. You didn't miss the boat. And if you did miss the boat, maybe a limousine is coming. Yeah. Be confident, because you're loved and admired. Because you're loved and admired and held high and supported. Is a really nice card. Sometimes you don't have to be brave. You just have to act like you're brave. What would a brave person do? What would a brave person do? A brave person might ask for what they want. A brave person might try for a job that they don't think that they're skilled at. A brave person might call someone you owe money to and work out a payment schedule that works for you. That's what a brave person might do. So, well, just act like you're brave. I don't want to miss anybody. Yeah, Arlene, it's fascinating. And you know what I did? I took about 5 paintings about this size, right? And all of them, they were okay. Like, the textures were interesting, but it just didn't. So I just went like this. So they were all sort of the same shape. And I was like, okay, let's see what we got. And then I just, I got some crappy glue, and it's working. Yeah. Your intuition will lead you. So honor your heart, honor your feelings, honor your feelings. Okay, I'm going to throw a few more. Yeah. You're going to a place that's much calmer. This card is very involved. I have a lot of interpretations of this card. So it's a 6, it's perseverance. You're leaving this, right? And you're going into this. So, they're refugees. I mean, look at them, they're refugees. So they get on the boat because, like, the volcano went off. It's like, ain't nothing we can do here. There's this much ash on the roof and it's going to fall in and we can't grow anything. It's like, it's just time to go. But what I get from this one is like, this is the mother. I get that this is either his mother or mother-in-law, and she was the one who made the decision. I get a real sense of matriarchy, and I get a sense of like a benefic female ancestor that really loves you and wants the best for you. That's saying, use my example or ask me for help. That kind of energy, right? Excuse me. I hate when that wire shows. Okay. And there's also an energy of I'm moving forward into the future and I'm not looking back. Because I kind of get Lot's wife from this. Oh, my past life, the way I used to think, the way things used to be. I'm going to go back to that old job. I'm going to go back to that old relationship because it's safe. No, it's not safe. It's not. It's going to be the same old. So she's like, get on the boat, look for calm water. Let's get out of here because I think the volcano is going to go off again. Exactly. I love that song. That is, I saw Tom Petty actually. I saw Tom Petty live. I saw Tom Petty. I saw Freddie Mercury. I saw The Who. I saw Tina. I saw Tina before What's Love Got to Do with It? Like it is a crappy nightclub. I saw The Pretenders. I saw Rod Stewart. I saw Bruce Springsteen. I saw Neil Young. Yeah, The Clash. It used to be kind of like a normal price to go to concert. Now it's like, oh, I'm Donna. I saw Madonna and Donna Summer, naturally. Yeah, but that's what this is about. This is about like I'm moving forward into the future, right? I'm being led to a place that's calmer. Yeah, the heartache is done. This is also creative thinking, and it's my second 3. Because I know I say it all the time, but the swords, like all the iconography of the swords, it's like they're not really happy cards. And swords, you can't get that caught. The iconography is just part of the way you interpret cards. It's the number and the suit. It's as simple as that. So the suit is swords. It means it's thoughts or messages. It's in the air, right? Could be intuition sometimes, on occasion. And then a 3 is creative, right? 3 is creativity. 2 is choice. 1 is leadership. 2 is choice. 3 is creativity. 4 is stability. 5 is change, etc. 6 is perseverance. Yeah, your lesson's been learned. You're hearing and calling. And so this is my second angel. Right. This is my second angel. So, you call on the angels. You call on the angels for help. And, we get caught up in like, oh, this angel is this and it has to be this color and blah, blah. They switch colors all the time because they get bored. It's like, let me wear that purple robe for a change. I'm really done. I'm really done with this thing. It's like, ugh. Right. Let me wear the purple robe for a change. And you can call on, like this worked for me. I call on the angel of finance. I call on the angel of abundance. I call on the angel of hope. I call on the angel of love. I call on the angel of whatever. Because, they're going to switch out depending upon what you need and where you're at in your life. I don't need to know their names. I work with Yofio. I work with Michael, right? I work with Raphael generally, and like Guadalupe. But, when I don't know what they're called or what the energy is, it's like I call on. So it works because it's the intent. Hi, Kayenta. Hi, Faye. I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name. I like the name Faye, though. So Tom Petty 6 times. Wow. Stop dragging my heart around. Do, do, do. There was something so cool about it. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm off. Yeah, whenever you see a yellow card, when it's really yellow in the background, that's like spirit, it's optimism, it's enthusiasm, it's yellow. Yellow is all about enthusiasm, optimism, happiness, joy, uh, clear road ahead. Yellow, that's what yellow is all about. It's like, right, and it's about taking hold of one's will. It's like, because it's the solar plexus. I also saw I'm a little bit of a disco queen. I saw Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan was fat, and I saw Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Talk about owning a stage. Oh my God. She puts the mic down. You can still hear her. It's like, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. Unreal. And I've seen Grace Jones. I saw Rick James. Don't. I can't. All right. Yeah. So this is going to be the last card. This is a really powerful card. This is the Hangman. Okay. So this is the only time that Norse mythology shows up in the deck. This is Odin. This is Odin on the tree. I know I've described it before, but maybe some people haven't seen it. So Odin has the gift of prophecy, right? And all the other gods are like, you're a man. You're not supposed to have the gift of prophecy. That's like not normal. And Odin, instead of like hiding it and saying, oh, well, I'm just going to do it in secret, or, oh, I don't have the gift of prophecy. Instead, he doubles down, he gouges out his own eye as a sacrifice. He sacrifices himself to himself. I sacrifice myself to myself. I sacrifice. I sacrifice myself to my own light. I sacrifice myself to my higher power's will. I sacrifice myself to my monad. I sacrifice myself to my highest good and highest healing. Right? I sacrifice myself to it. And then he puts himself on the tree and he hangs upside down in order to see things from a new perspective, from a spiritual perspective, to let go, right? Because I used to have another deck. It was kind of a crappy deck. Somebody had given it to me. I don't even know what it was called. But they used to be, because he's upside down, there were all these coins like on the floor because they fell out of his pocket. Right? That was the only part of the deck that I remember that I liked. It's like, I'm willing to give up everything. I'm willing to give up habits, thoughts, ways of seeing things. I'm willing to give up attitudes. I'm willing to give up things that don't serve me anymore in order to be more enlightened, in order to see things from a spiritual perspective, and what happens is what he does is he travels down all the realms, all the all the ancients have that energy and understanding of different levels of existence, the underworld and this world and heaven. They all have that pretty much. So he travels through all of them, and he takes them all in. He understands them all because now his perspective is different, right? He only has one eye, so he could only see things at a certain way. He doesn't see them. He sees them almost flat and almost as the here and now in a certain way. I just interpreted like that just this moment. And he takes it all in, and then he goes into his soul and he radiates love through the whole thing because he's on the tree of life, by the way. Idrisil. It's a beautiful card. It's a very powerful card, but it's also this energy of allowing the process to be the process. You know, like it'll be on time. It's always on time. That kind of thing. Thank you, Jim. Hi, Patricia. Perspective is your new favorite word. Perspective is everything. A miracle is a shift in perception. A miracle is a shift in perception. You're in the same party, right? It's like, oh my God, everyone's so freaking boring. Or I can't wait to go home. Or it's like, well, the other one gave me a lift, so I might as well enjoy myself. So, maybe the music is good. Maybe the dog is really friendly. Maybe the kids are adorable. Maybe somebody's really funny. Or maybe they have the most amazing potato salad you've ever eaten in your life. Just put it right in your neck. It's about perspective. It's like, am I going to look at this like ho hum, or am I going to look at this like this is an opportunity? Because all the problems and all the challenges that we have, come up for a reason, so that we can discover our own strength, our own fortitude, our own love, our own willingness to ask for help, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's why they come up. In the middle of it, it doesn't feel good, but afterwards, it's like, all right. Now I'm going to show you all the cards. Hi, Connie. Thank you. Thank you. So many people came today. I'm very happy. I'm very grateful. And I'm so glad that you got the painting, Dina. Oh my God, I'm so glad. All right. And so all the ones that I showed at the very beginning of the video, from New York. All the ones that I showed at the beginning of the video, I will put up the pictures later, because some of them are, and they're on Ripe Color Community. All right. This one's really cool too, isn't it? Very abstract. All right. Okay, let me show you the cards, and then I'm going to come back and say hello to everybody again. Thanks, Dina. All right. Can you see everything? All right. Okay, you know me. I always start at a different place. Let's start here. I don't know if you can see everything. I need one of those fancy cameras that comes like right above me. All right. You have the high ground. You're in a good position, so be confident. Listen to the new intuitive feelings and thoughts that are coming, because there are going to be plenty coming that can actually change really the way you walk through the world. Okay. There's a lot of subconscious stuff about what you want to build and who you want to build it with. And your intuition and your dreams and your daydreams are talking to you in order for you to become more balanced. You're totally supported in a new adventure, in stepping out into something unfamiliar. You're loved and admired. And this is really important, because on this one, she's the loving mother. And a lot of times I talk about her being the loving mother to ourselves, right? Being the loving mother to ourselves. And getting out of your own self-imposed, I can't do this, I can't do that, blah, blah, blah. Because the angels are here with you to help you balance all this new energy. And, there could be a big change in what you're passionate about or your creativity, and lots of messages coming through, because you're going to a calm place in your head. Because you're going to a calm place in your head, the creativity comes through. And the messages come through even clearer, which really helps to invigorate and enliven you. And, okay, life's about learning new lessons. Life's about learning new lessons. And here we are, all of us on the tree, upside down, going, oh my God, what's going to happen to my hairdo? Thank you, Patricia. Blessings. So here we are saying all these old ways of being. You know what the thing about Thor is too? He's willing to own up to who he is as a seer. He's willing and he sacrifices himself to himself. You know, can you like really chew that? I sacrifice myself to my light. I sacrifice myself to my own highest good, not to, oh, the community, not to my family, to my job, to my whatever, to my negative habit. I sacrifice myself to my light. And I know that my light, which it was with me in my last incarnation, my last 20 incarnations, and will be with me my next 20 incarnations, wants the best for me, wants me to learn, wants me to be comfortable, and wants me to be happy, wants me to be fulfilled, wants me to have a full experience, wants me to know my strengths. That's what I sacrifice myself to. Not because you think so, not because it looks good, not because, you know, all these other things. It's because this is the path. Because this is the path. You know, I can get a little heavy. And then some people say to me, they go, oh, you know, you're so funny, but you're never funny on video. I know I get really serious sometimes. I get really dead serious. I can't help it. All right. Oh, hi, Lori. Oh, hi, Nancy. Hello, Denise. Cool in the gang. Oh my God, I'm living. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Oh my God. He was so sexy. Oh my God, he was so sexy. And so like, not like, just like cool sexy. I don't know what he looks like now. Wow. I saw Rick James. You ready? At Studio 54. Like we're there dancing. I mean, I must have been like maybe 18, 17. And then Studio 54 used to be an old studio. So the ceilings were like, I don't know, 60, 80 feet or something like that. And they would have a bridge, you know, that they would, I think they would use it for the props or whatever. And like Rick James is there, Rick freaking James. For free. I'm glad I lived there then, and I'm glad I don't live there now. That's all I have to say. All right. Yeah, you know, you've seen everything, so I think you understand. I know. You know who I would love to have seen is Tina Marie. Oh, Tina Marie. And the other one I really would have loved to have seen, who I think is so underrated. It's really earlier than my time, but I really understand the mute is Curtis Mayfield. Oh my God, Curtis Mayfield is in a class by himself. And I also waited on Bobby Womack. Hello. Hello. Like if you're into soul, then you like Bobby Womack is like, if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. All right. That 70s soul is like, oh, okay. Now you know more about me. I just want to see if anyone new is here. Hi, Vivian. Yeah, I know. Well, I worked at a restaurant. I worked at Serendipity, which is like this famous restaurant. They're famous for frozen hot chocolate, whatever the hell that is. It was like hot chocolate was frozen, and it was like a really popular place. La 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 la. So like I was the host. It was like my first restaurant job. The list is so long, I can't even begin to tell you. And people are like, oh, it's like whatever. They want to sit at a table and get like a foot-long hot dog and a thing and whatever. You know, they're just people like everybody else. But Okay, what was his name? Billy D. Williams, Jim Carrey, Brooke Shields, Sally Jesse Raphael, Valerie Harper, um, Neil Simon, um, Arlene Dahl, Oprah, Barbara. Uh, the list is so long. I can't even. I can't even. The list is so freaking long, and it's like, you know what? They're just people like everybody else, and and I've been really like this close to like a million, really, and it's like, you know what? They're just people like everybody else, and I give them their, because it must be really difficult. Like, it's like, yeah, I acknowledge, I know who you are, and I know, I know, and it's like, have a good day. I will tell you a really good story though. I was in Chelsea. This is probably in the 80s. Chelsea was, still a little bit rough, but it was getting better. And it started to snow, and I was going to walk home because I don't even know why. Sometimes you just get in your head, you're going to walk home, and it was like a good mile. So it was around 23rd, 24th Street, and I lived on 49th. So it's about a block a minute, más o menos, more or less. And 2 Avenue, it would have been a walk because, like, to go to the subway, it was just too much. I was on 9th Avenue. That's what it was. And it's starting to snow, and I didn't have I had a coat, but I didn't have a scarf, and I'm like this, and your head's down because it's like starting to snow and sticking, the whole thing. And there's this tall couple, a man and a woman, and they were really tall, and she was so luminescent that even in the snow, I was like, wow, she was really something. And I walk a block and I realize it was JFK Jr. and Daryl Hannah. And at that, she was so effing gorgeous. I can't even, it was like she glowed. She glowed. And like 2 blocks later, I'm like, do I know those people? And I'm like, oh, that's who it was. But I certainly wasn't going to turn around and say, are you? It's like I wanted to go home. It was snowing. Whatever. Well, you know what it is? And that's why I love Latin music, because it has soul. And you know what's so beautiful here? It could make me cry. I'm not even being funny. People dance on the street here all the time. All the time. All the time. People are always dancing on the street. It's so beautiful. And I live in a like a lower class neighborhood. And people really work hard, man. They work hard. They're on the street selling their crap. And sometimes it's good stuff, sometimes it's not, whatever. But they really work hard. They have to set up the booth. It's raining, la 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 la. They clean the street, and then they sell the thing, and then they clean the street again. And, it's hard. They're happy. They know, it's not that they know how to have fun. They know how to experience joy. They know how to laugh. They know how, it's just a very different culture. It just very, very, very different. And it suits me. It really suits me on so many levels. And I get to be in the sun every day, and I have a beautiful garden, and I paint. What could be bad? All right. I just want to say hello to everyone. You saw Al Green. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Faye, I am so reserved on YouTube. You have no idea. I am so reserved. If you heard the way I actually really speak, I think they'd throw me off YouTube so fast. I have such a filthy mouth. So filthy. And sometimes the metaphors that I use when I'm just talking to my friends, it's like, it is so deep. It's like, oh, So, but on YouTube, I don't really want to offend people. I want people to be comfortable, And I know people get very like, I don't want to offend people. So I try to reel it in. I try to reel it in. And they really can curse here too. They really can curse. They have a lot of really cool expressions. Like I need to get some money together and go to Spanish school. I really do, because I don't understand the grammar. I don't know how to put together a sentence. I know 3 or 4 words. It's like, how do they go together? It's a little bit frustrating. I mean, I'm getting better and I understand a lot more, but it's definitely a process. But I'm really happy that I'm here. I'm really happy that I'm here. Sometimes when something happens, you think, oh, it's the end. It's the end. Sometimes the end is just the beginning. Anyway, so overall for August, it looks good. Follow your intuition, be willing to go to a new place, be willing to learn new things, know that you're loved and supported, right? By something higher than yourself, and give yourself to yourself, give yourself to your light, give yourself to your soul. I mean, I could probably fit any reading into that kind of reading, any kind of cards into that kind of reading, but that's really what came through. That's really what came through. And I'm very grateful that all of you showed up. And I'm very grateful for every time you like and subscribe and all that other stuff, become a member. And I'm more than happy to do readings. I have time. And I'm equivalent to mountain time. So it's because they didn't change the clocks here. I kept on thinking they would. So I'm equivalent to mountain time. So, it could work out. I've even read, for people in Europe, you just work it out. So that is the story. So if you'd like a reading, go to the website. 35 minutes, $30. No, 30 minutes, $35. I always got it messed up. And 63 for an hour. It's going to be going up in August. I offer IET. I offer pendulum clearing. I'm doing tarot classes starting in August. I have 2 people signed up. I think we're starting, I don't know, the first or second week in August. So the more people that sign up, the more people in the class, the better, because the more minds and intuition that come through, the more we'll all learn, right? Because you're always learning tarot, believe me. And my art is very beautiful. And it will get to the States. Yay. So that is my story. Babel is fine, but it's not the same. That when you learn on this or you learn in a book, it's not the way people speak. I need to be able to speak and to understand what I mean, because there's so much slang here. It's incredible. And it's specifically Mexican slang. Spanish is very different in that if we went to Britain, we could really understand them and they could really understand us. Maybe there are a few words, loo and toilet and you know what I mean, and lift and elevator, flat and apartment, blah, 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 blah. Maybe a few expressions that they use that we don't really use, or maybe I've heard it a long time ago, or etc. But Spanish, the slang is so different country to country that it's a lot of times it's hard for them to understand one another. For Colombia and Mexico and Argentina and Spain, it's Cuba, it's different. So, and it's not like 6 or 7 or 8 words. It's like there are a lot of words that are used commonly. Like they use a slang for apricots. They use a slang for this. They use indigenous words for a lot of the food because there's still indigenous culture here and the language is alive. Do you see what I mean? Like cacahuates is peanuts. That's not how you say it in regular Spanish. I don't know how, but see what I mean? So I just need to be around more people, and I go to the meetups and I practice, and I have Mexican. Really, my friends are Mexican, and I'll get there. I'll get there. And I also have to accept that I may never really, really, really get it to the way I'd like to, but it's okay. It's okay. You know, there's a level also, and I think this is just an important message for all of us. It's like, well, I really wanted to be like the best trumpet player in the world. It's like, I can play the trumpet. I'm actually a part of the band. It's like, will I be Louis Armstrong or Dizzy Gillespie? Probably not. But I enjoy playing the trumpet. It's like there's a level of, it, you know, it's good. It doesn't have to be perfect in order for it to be good. Got me? There has to be that sort of self-love, self-acceptance in order like to be comfortable, really. All right, kids. So thank you for joining me. Go and look at my beautiful artwork. I'll show you one or two again. I'm doing collage. This one came out super cool. This is really quite something. Look. Super cool. Isn't that cool? So, the smaller ones are 100, the big ones are 200. And when you frame them, they look like $1,000,000. And, the readings and the IET and all the other stuff. Blessings. And thank you. Thank you so much, Seascape. You've been with me a long time. Thank you, Dina. Thank you all. Joe G, I know, has been a member for a really long time. Yeah, blessings. All right, have a lovely weekend. And tonight I'm going to put up the one with me and Nancy for the week, and then I'll get back to the weeklies and la 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 la. All right, blessings. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for showing up, and see you all soon. Bye. Okay, instead of edit, I have to press end stream. Bye.